out there. This is Wake Angel 2001 once again coming at you with this time an unboxing. This is a very special little blind box figure that I was given at the Actually live recording panel at New York Comic Con. Yes, at New York Comic Con they did a live episode of College Humor's game show Actually to celebrate the fact that it is going to be a program on their new channel. I believe they call it Dropout. So yes, it's a new streaming channel thing called Dropout. So Actually is kind of funny. Actually is basically a game show where the host, Mike Trapp, who autographed the box. He only had a ballpoint pen, but you can see Mike Trapp. He makes statements based on popular culture and nerd ephemera, but the statements have a mistake in them, and the contestants have to correct the statement in the form of an actually statement. I think it's like Jeopardy rules where you have to answer in the form of a question, but it's the correction in the form of a pedantic argument. There was audience participation, of course, because it was a Comic-Con panel, and I was able to answer one of the questions. Specifically, it was about Pokemon, funnily enough. It was, the statement was, Pokemon has dragon types, and three members of the dragon type in Pokemon are Salamence, Dragonite, and Charizard. Of course, the actually statement was supposed to be that Charizard is not a dragon type, it is a fire/flying type and only looks like a dragon. But then I actually by pointing out that if you use a Mega Charizardite X Mega Stone, then you can Mega Evolve it into a dragon fire type. So, technically speaking, a Charizard can be a dragon type. You just have to specify which form of Charizard you're talking about. That actually wasn't my only point, because later on in the show they had a periodic table of fictional elements. And there was one element on the fictional table that was actually real. So they had things like unobtainium and dilithium and blah de blah. And the one real element was osmium. And I was one in the audience who knew that osmium is actually the densest naturally occurring element. Which completely shocked Mike Trapp. He just like, how do you know that? Of course, I was an Earth and Space Science major in college, so little trivia about the elements is just something that I'm pretty good at. Okay, so I've talked for 3 minutes about the fun I had at that panel. So now we are going to open the box and find out which little minifigure I got. They were just giving away random blind box toys, so there's nothing inherently special. They weren't sponsored by Funko as far as I'm aware. So I'm going to open this box carefully because it has Mike Trapp's signature on it. So I'm just going to carefully get the top lid open, causing as little damage to the box as possible. And there's just a little bit of glue holding it in place. There we go. There we go. And look, there's a flap here and a tab, and there's a tabbing system there, so I can reseal the box afterwards. That's nice. All right, so inside, of course, is a black plastic baggie. This is to prevent people from cheating and just opening a corner of the box and peeking in. So we are now going to open up the internal garbage bag and see what minifigure we get. It's Sally! I got a little big-headed chibi minifigure of Sally. Oh, that's so cute. Whoop. She does somersaults. That's actually kind of a cool feature. Somersault and Sally. Okay, so it's actually the one that's featured right there in the front of the box. This is a chair. The reason she's having a hard time standing is because this is a chair, not a table. But yeah, like you can see, they sculpted all the lines of her hair in. If you look up close, they got all the little ragdoll detailings of her costume just right. Even on the back, which they didn't have to do, but they did. If you look real close, they even have the stitching on her body. So this may be just her face may be a big old ball, and her body may be tiny. But they actually did put quite a little bit of loving detail into the making of their minifigures. Like Funko minifigures are not a thing that I normally collect. Although you can probably tell, like I do appreciate a lot of the stuff that Funko does. It's not really a thing that I collect normally, but you know, their stuff is good for what it is. This is a very fine little minifigure, especially if you're like one of the billion people who's a fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. Like, I'm pretty sure Nightmare Before Christmas is probably... That's probably going to be the great legacy of Tim Burton. Like 1,000 years from now, all media will be lost, but people will still remember Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. They'll probably think that we worshipped Jack as some kind of deity of you know, like come on. I'm pretty sure, like, in a few more years, there's probably going to be a cult of the Nightmare Before Christmas, and this will be our new god. Okay, so, yep, it was a fun time at the convention. I like that my random knowledge of trivia and science was able to get a few laughs and chuckles on the floor of a panel at Comic-Con. And this is a cute little minifigure, which I will cherish because of Mike Trapp's autograph. So check out the Actually show on College Humor and on their new Dropout channel. I'm not sponsored or anything. I just think that they do good work, and I really hate the cable companies, and I'm willing to support literally any other source of media besides them. So thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you next time.